Family, I just woke up. I was meditating, and sometimes it takes me a while to come to my senses. I can't speak for nobody else. Sometimes I meditate, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I meditate and I do, go into a deep sleep. But for the most part, when I meditate, I'm very conscious of what I'm seeing the whole time, and but it seems like it takes a while for me to, come back to myself. It's kind of like, you be in a daze a little bit, and I can tell my spiritual eyes when my third eye is activated, because when I look up in the ceiling, when it's like in full bloom activated, or when that doorway, shall I say, is still open, I look up in the ceiling and it looks like a round energy ball. It looks kind of orange, pinkish looking. And I can immediately, when I see that, when I open my eyes, I can immediately close my eyes. And I'm back in the zone real quick. But if I open my eyes and I don't see it, that means, that it's kind of closing. I mean, your third eye, when it's activated, it's activated. But I'm just saying, when that window that somehow that I was in, it closes. I just want to speak on meditation real quick, because since I had my spiritual awakening, I've become very spiritual, and I just want to say that I can't speak for anybody else. How they meditate, everybody's different. As far as I'm concerned, just meditate. You know what I'm saying? Just take the time to meditate and go within. But here in my bedroom, like as I'm looking straight ahead, I'm pretty much looking towards the south. But to the left of me is the east, and normally I'm meditating the opposite way. I'm trying to make sure my head is towards the east, because the sunlight is coming in. The sun rises up in the east. But normally when I'm meditating about, 12, 12:30, the sun's pretty much east, south, we're kind of like in the middle. And that's where my head is. Now today, I'm meditating the opposite end. I'm more, my head's towards the north. But I notice my experience are so in depth when I'm meditating towards the east. The rising of the sun, or east-west, east-south. And then my blinds are open, so the sun is coming in and it's hitting my temple. And, wow. The experiences they are so intense. They are so intense. And it really has my pineal gland jumping. My head just be popping. I can hear it popping. But, it's something when you be having these experiences. That's why I like to make videos, because it's like, who can you talk to? You can only talk to yourself for so long. But it's nice to talk to other people who are having these same experiences, who are on the same journey that you're on. I know this morning I was telling my mom about the experience that I have been having, not every day, but maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 times out of a week, how, I by myself when I'm meditating, and I get to that place of seeing higher realms, I would be explaining to her how, I'm seeing like, I'm all of a sudden, I'm in this, I don't know, this realm, this whitish gold. That's the only way I can describe it. And I was telling her about it this morning. And she hasn't, gotten to that place where she's seeing what I'm seeing. And the only thing she has been seeing is the spirals. She's been seeing the spirals, and she's been seeing the light beams. They come around her sometimes. And she said it really blew her mind. So I'm happy to know my mom, also, having these experiences as well. So, that way when I'm talking to her, she won't look at me like I'm crazy. But anyway, but I was telling her about it, and she was like, "Wow," But I could still tell, she was hearing me, but like I say, it's not the same when somebody else is having the same experience that you're having. We're all on spiritual paths, and everybody's paths is a little different, but we're all still trying to get to the same place. We all have purpose, and it's one thing. I worked on jobs just like we all have. Getting paid and all of that, but there's no job that's more rewarding than having a spiritual awakening from the Most High, which is a gift from the Most High, because He's poured His Spirit upon all flesh. But to have this spiritual awakening, to get to that place of worshiping Him in spirit and in truth, and allowing Him to use you for His glory, just to be able to see His love flowing through you, and especially when you go within, and just to see His beauty, to see His glory, it is just, it's one thing for me to read the Word, which I always believed in a God, which I've always believed in God in a way, but just to experience Him in a new way, it's one thing to read a Word. And, Christ, always talked in parables, and I didn't understand any of it. I was reading it, but a lot of it I didn't understand. But we have this experience, when I see all these, places, and there's so many, and there's so many other places. That's what He is. He's a creator, and He's constantly creating. And I see the Most High bigger than just the Bible. He's bigger. We can't put Him in a box. And for anybody who try to put Him in a box, that's ignorance. It really is. When you start having a spiritual awakening, you see things totally different. There's a bigger picture here. Our Creator, He's unlimitless. Like the words say, with man it is impossible, but with God all things are possible. And that is so true. His mansions, there's so many of them, we can't even count them. We can't count them. And I truly believe in my being, just experiencing all these places, that I've been able to experience. I cannot tell you where they are. All I know is they're within us. We're spiritual beings. They are within us. And the thing about it, your inner man knows where they are. It knows what it knows. Because we're all connected to the source, to the true source, Father God. And getting back to the mansions, He has plenty of galaxies, and within every galaxy there are planets and stars and all of that. So, NASA and all these scientists, they want to put a label on God. But actually, I'm not going to say that. A lot of them don't acknowledge God. They don't acknowledge the source at all. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. But I'm just saying, people, period, even a lot of religious people, we want to put God in a box, but he's so much bigger. And a lot of people who are real religious, they never had a spiritual, they never experienced the Most High in a intimate, spiritual way. And that's what I call like a spiritual awakening, You can read all you want, but until you get to that place of spiritually knowing, you'll never know everything, but what he allow you to know, what he allow you to see. Oh my goodness. And I still haven't seen it all, and I never see it all, but what I have been experiencing, it's been beautiful. And I love life. I really do. I love my children, my family. But if the Most High ever called me home, back world, it's just so much. You feel this pull. You feel so much love, in that realm, when you're able to go through the veil, it's something else. It is something else. It's definitely thinning. It's thinning big time. I saw this. I saw this right here last night. I saw this last night, and the crazy thing about it, family, when I saw it, it was pretty much a triangle. I had pictured a triangle in my space, and I saw it. And all of a sudden, it was like it started multiplying to different, it started multiplying to more triangles, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And before I know it, I found myself sucked in it, and I was going through it like some sort of portal or something. It was crazy. I had experience last night before I went to bed also. I want to say this real quick. I was outside because I wanted to get some fresh air. And it was real cold last night. I went outside and all the stars were out, which was nice to see because lately it's been real cloudy when outside. And all the stars were out, and I was just looking, and we're not that far from the airport, so of course I was seeing a lot of planes just flying by. And I closed my eyes. I looked out into the sky first, and then I closed my eyes, and I was just sending out love and light and healing to Mother Earth, showing, basically like gratitude. That's what I do. And love and light and healing to Mother Nature and to the homeless. It was so cold. I couldn't imagine anybody being outside in that weather like that. And love and light to the poor and less fortunate. That's where my head is now, family. I used to didn't think this way, so yeah, that's where my head is now. I'm always thinking of others, and I want to, I want to heal Mother Earth, so I'm constantly every day trying to push my light out and wishing Mother Earth well, sending out love and light to Mother Earth and healing. And also to those who are less fortunate than myself and the poor and the homeless, which they will always be with us in a way because the word tells you that, but still, I'm just trying to let my light shine and keep my vibration up. But I closed my eyes and I was doing this, and I don't know, something caught my eye. I was looking, and one particular star looked like it started to move. So I was looking, and it was to my right, and I was looking, and all of a sudden it just started gliding. I said, "Oh my goodness!" I said, "It's probably one of those light ships." And I was looking, and it just started gliding across the sky real slow. So, me thinking not too much of it, I said, family, I say this in my head now. I say to my head, family, if that's you, that's coming in love and light, I say, hello and welcome. and the light just glided real slowly, and it was real faint. It was real faint, but I was on it. I was on it. I didn't take my eyes off of it. It was just gliding across like this, and all of a sudden it stopped. That was confirmation for me. Now, couldn't it have been a satellite or a drone? You know, we gotta always think about that. Could have, but all of a sudden it got real bright. It was kind of faint looking, but all of a sudden it got real bright, and it was bigger than what it had appeared to. It was bigger than what I thought it was. You know, all of a sudden it got real bright and had all these pretty colors, and then it faded back out to where I didn't see it at all. I thought that was interesting. So I sat up there and I just looked. And then all of a sudden it reappeared again to my right in a different, location. I mean, it appeared. And then it faintly just faded out. And I was like, wow. So of course I went to bed. And had a weird experience last night. I want to say it was a Kundalini. I've had it before. Actually, I've had it, I would say, at least 2 times. So I know what it feels like. And I also know what it feels like to be conscious of feeling like you've been taken. And that's a whole nother video. I was asleep. And what else feeling was, it woke me up out of my sleep. Because it felt familiar. That's all I can say. It felt real familiar. It felt like this energy was wrapped around my body, and my body was just vibrating. And so what I did, I woke up, but I didn't open my eyes because all of a sudden I was in a state of fear. I woke up, and I was conscious of what was going on around me, and my body was like moving like this. It was just moving like this, and in my head, I felt like I could hear it sound like, oh man, I can't even describe it. I felt like I was hearing something, like a humming sound, but it felt like it was within me. My body was just vibrating, like as though it was ready to take off. And all of a sudden, I had like a flashback. Oh no, I hope this is not no abduction or something. I kind of, for some reason, I couldn't move my body, but I was able to open my eye. So I did like this. And I didn't see anything in my room. And I was like, okay, maybe there's a Kundalini or something. I opened that one eye, and I closed it. I said, oh, maybe it's a Kundalini or something. So I just lay there, and my body was just it was just humming and vibrating. I thought that was so weird. And the way it was vibrating, that's the only way I can describe it. It was kind of hurt my right side, where my ribs at, on the side. It was kind of hurting a little bit because the energy that was flowing through my body, it was very intense. And it's something you have to really experience to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it seemed like it was just endless, and it wouldn't stop. And so I prayed, I closed my eyes and I was praying, this is really, bothering me. It's really hurting me. And asked the Father of Light, could he please, whatever it is, at least, remove it from me, or help me to adjust to whatever it is that's going on with me. And finally, I was able to break free from that force, or whatever it was. It stopped. And then I turned on my right side, and I laid down, and I could feel it trying to come back on me again. I was like, oh boy. So I just laid there, and before you know it, that feeling hit my body again, and I was just doing like this. But I was on my right side, and I was like, oh boy. And I opened my eyes again, one of my eyes, and I didn't see anything in my room, and I was glad. And I don't remember anything after that. I pretty much just, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I passed out, but I just don't remember anything. But that was weird. That was real weird. I don't even recall hearing any ringing in my ear. So that right there really caught me off guard. But I want to say this real quick, beloved, the crazy thing about having spiritual awakening, you start thinking real deep. You think about things that you normally wouldn't think about. And it's nice to talk to somebody who's on your level, who on the journey that you're on. And I guess even if a person wasn't on your level, if somebody just a good listener, that helps a whole lot too. But whether it be a woman, another woman, or another man, just to have somebody that understand where you're coming from, they get it. You're going back and forth, talking about your experiences. You basically can relate to each other. I mean, so many people are asleep out here, and I'm gonna break that down real quick. My definition of what being asleep is, because I was like that 2 years ago, and that's not really a bad thing, but you don't really see the bigger picture. So I want to just say real quick, some people are asleep. When you get with them, they're talking about, for us women, we're talking about our hair. Now, I like to look good too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm all about, kept my hair, looking right and tight, and you know me, when I get tired, I switch it up and throw something else on and keep it moving. But there's nothing wrong about talking about hair, but for us women, if we're not talking about hair, we're talking about makeup. If it's not makeup, we're talking about relationships. If it's not relationships, really, what else are you talking about? For the guys, I guess they're talking about whatever guys talk about, about females and sports, which is all distraction. Now a lot of people are talking about politics. I'm not even gonna go there, and that's the biggest distraction. If they're not puppets, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody pulling everybody puppet string, but anyway, everybody's just so distracted, and the TVs, our phones, Facebook. I mean, these reality shows, which is full of low vibration. How in the world are you gonna spiral up? How in the world are any of those females gonna spiral up when they're so negative? I have never been with a group of females and we behave like that. They call it a reality show. I don't call it reality. To me, they're acting, because that's not normal. Women can get along. We do have love and respect for one another. I don't know what that mess is, but that's not reality to me. It's not my reality. But I'm looking at them, and if anything, I look at them and I feel sorry for them. I'm thinking, really? People get dressed up just to fight, really? These women on there fighting over a man, and it's their boyfriend? I mean, really? He's not even your husband. That's a whole nother story. But all this distraction. And right now, my ears are ringing. It is, wow. I'm hearing this constant vibrational ringing in my ear. I think this is a touchy subject. Maybe it needs to be talked about, but I don't want to jump ship and get on a whole other subject. I just want to say pretty much that these reality shows are just distractions, and they're very negative distractions. You know, I could be watching them and be in one good mood, be in a good upbeat mood. By the time I'm through watching them, I'm feeling all jacked up, and I know my vibration is going down because I just don't feel good like I once felt before I watched it. I'm watching women fighting over men, fighting each other over stupid stuff, over who looked better than who, over status and who got more money, and looking down on each other. It's just ridiculous. It's real ridiculous. They're not spiritual. Because if they were, they wouldn't act like that. Anybody spiritual knows not to put your brother or your sister down. Period. All you're doing is bringing yourself down to a lower vibration. And you wonder why your life is the way it is. You wonder why you're having all these negative experiences. I had to learn this myself. But, yeah. It's nice when you have these experiences and you can sit down with someone and can you imagine, y'all on the same level, you're spiritually awake and you're corresponding about your different experiences, but you're still on the same journey. That's if any of you family, if any of you are having these experiences, whatever your experience may be, if you're having them and you got a partner that loves you enough to at least hear you, they have a good ear, even though they're not having these experiences. You know what? Hold on to them. If you got one that having their experiences, you having them, try to hold on to them. That's a good thing. At least, it's nothing like having somebody that understands you. That's what I'm trying to say. Because many people have a body there, but they're hearing them and they're not hearing them, but they think they're crazy. And, you just have somebody there that you're spiritually and you're more in tune with what's going on around you, and they're asleep and they're all distracted. There's nothing worse than being around somebody who's distracted. There's nothing worse than that. But, as you see, your girl is venting. That's a good thing. I like to vent. I'm sitting here wishing, I'm hearing this noise. I'm wishing, I wonder are they hearing it as well. It's I truly believe by me talking about this, it's raising my vibration because I'm coming off in love and, sending out my love and light to anybody who's willing to receive it. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. I feel like the more I talk, the louder it's getting. But anyway, I love you guys in Christ, and keep spiraling up. Keep spiraling up. And what I mean by that is, let nobody bring you down. The joy that you have, it comes from the Most High. All blessings, flows come from above. And don't let nobody try to take your light out. You keep shining, you keep spiraling up. Because you know. When you start feeling some type of way about somebody, you get to hating on people, feeling jealous, talking bad of people. Don't go there. Don't go there. Because you're hurting yourself and you're going to bring your vibration down. And not only that, you're going to start spiraling down. And it's you. You got to make sure you raise yourself back up. by getting back on the right track. I know this by myself. Well, that's all I want to say. With those who I know checking me out, thank you and welcome. And I don't know if you're having these experiences or not, but your girl is not crazy. I'm just here letting my light shine, being a blessing to anyone who's willing to have an ear and hear. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you, you guys. I love you in Christ, and I'll get back with you later, okay? Bye for now.